Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync LionDesk with ActiveCampaign. So all those contacts and leads you have in LionDesk, you're following up with them in there. You can also have them automatically synced on an ongoing basis into ActiveCampaign, put on email automations without you having to do anything. That way you can use these two apps together as one. It's super easy to set this up. Let me show you how. The first thing you're going to do is go to apination.com. You're going to click on Discover Connections. There you're going to see a ton of different apps available to automate, including LionDesk. So we're going to scroll on down till we get to L for LionDesk. There it is. If you see any other apps that look familiar, anything else you're using, click on those too and automate those as well. It's going to save you some time. There's ActiveCampaign. That's what we're syncing LionDesk with today. So I'm going to click that one. And you can see we're going to sync LionDesk to ActiveCampaign, sending LionDesk contacts into ActiveCampaign. So we're going to activate this sync. The first step is to sign into our API Nation account. If you have one, sign right in here. If you don't have one, go ahead and click this link to create one. Or you could also sign in with your Google account. I'm going to use that option. Once you're signed in, we're going to connect LionDesk. Pretty simple. Hit connect. It's going to take you out to LionDesk. You're just going to sign into your LionDesk account and allow access. Great. Connecting ActiveCampaign is almost as easy. Hit the big button. It's going to ask you for three things: the label, the user URL, and the user key. The label is just the name for the connection. So I'm just going to name it after myself, but you can name it after yourself, your office, your team. The user URL and the key are easy to find as well. We're just going to hop into ActiveCampaign. Scroll down to the settings area, click on that. And then head over to developer, which should be right around here. There it is, developer. Click on that, and that'll show me my URL and key. So I'm gonna hit this button on the right, copy the URL, go back to API Nation, hit Control V or Command V to paste it in there, and do the same thing with the API key. There we go. That's all it takes to connect ActiveCampaign. All right, so now we're gonna create this sync. There's a few options here. For example, you can send over people for different statuses. So maybe I only want to send over people who are active. I could do that. Maybe I want to send over all people. I could do that. You could also send over people based on their hotness. So if you label them hot, then they go into ActiveCampaign, or by the source, or by the tag. So if you have a tag set up in LionDesk called ActiveCampaign, you can have it set up so that as soon as you tag them with that tag, they end up in ActiveCampaign. As they arrive in ActiveCampaign, you're just going to choose where you want them to go. Do you want them to put on a list? I do. I want them to get put on the new leads list. If you have an automation set up, you can select it here and they'll automatically get plugged into that automation. And if you want to tag them with something in ActiveCampaign, you can go ahead and select that tag here. This looks good. Now you're going to choose your subscription plan. You can see yearly, you're going to save quite a bit if you choose that option, but either way works. Hit subscribe. That creates the sync. You're just going to do a final check here, just in case. This all looks good. This is exactly what I had set up on the last page. Maybe you want to set up this filter is a new option here on this page. So maybe you want to set up a filter and only send over people with a certain type or a certain status. You could do that as well. Or only people from a certain city. So maybe you're just focused on a certain city or zip code. You could do that. Here's the mapping. We're sending over email, mobile phone, first name, last name. That's great. This looks good. I'm going to go to the top and activate the sync. And there we go. I have now connected LionDesk to ActiveCampaign. That's it. It's connected. Now, anytime I have a contact or lead in LionDesk, it's automatically going to add it to ActiveCampaign. I don't have to copy, paste, import, export, anything like that. They're just connected. I'm using these two apps as one. If you have any questions or need any assistance, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.